So, hi everyone. My name is Caroline, and I'm a grade 12 student this school year. I was recruited by Cornell University, and I'm going to be studying engineering next fall. And besides academics, I am also a competitive hockey player, and I've been getting tutored at QEA since grade 11 in physics, chemistry, and math. A lot of students think you need to be extremely smart to achieve high grades in order to get accepted into a top school. But really, the most important point is to build a system to support your long term academic success. So, what I mean by that is you need to find a way to motivate yourself, to manage your time, and to set your goals. So, in this way, you're not reacting each week to tests or perhaps like an essay due, you are thinking more in the long term. So for me, what I did was I created a positive mindset around my work, and I often think about how starting and finishing a task will eventually contribute to my overall success and how it'll help me and my ability to attain my short-term and long-term goals. So I find this really motivates me and helps me to put my best effort into whatever I'm doing. So let's say I have a huge essay due or something like that. I'll imagine having it done in my mind and how it'll help my success to my college. So in this way, I won't procrastinate or I won't drag it, and I can start scheduling the work and figure out how to do it the best that I can. Another thing that I also put a lot of emphasis on is prioritizing whatever is important to help me. So let's say I have 10 tasks to do for the day. They could be really small tasks or they could be really big. I'll list them all and pick the three most important tasks and tackle the most important one first. So by finishing the most important tasks rather than leaving it to the end, it relieves a lot of stress when I get them done. So, one example I could say is that if there's a huge Shakespeare essay due in 2 weeks, and even though it's not the most urgent, I'll place it as extremely important and get that started. So, in that way, I won't drag the really important tasks until the last day and procrastinate and do them in a rush because I know if I do that, then I won't do well. I think goal setting is really important because it gives you a sense of direction. I set 1 year and 6 month goals by writing them down in a little notebook. And I open that notebook to see them regularly and remind myself of those goals. So once I do that, I then work backwards and I ask myself if I want to achieve this grade in, let's say, physics or something like that, then what effort do I need to put in? Like, how much time do I need to spend on homework each week to practice? The other point about goal setting is that you need to know why you want to achieve this goal. Because personally, if I don't know why, then I just feel like there's no purpose in doing it. And this really helps to motivate myself. For example, in my case, I want to achieve something both academically and in hockey. And one of my goals has been to attend Cornell University next fall, and I absolutely love engineering. So I really want to graduate from a top engineering school. But in terms of hockey, one of my ultimate goals has been to represent Canada on an international stage. And I've had this goal since I was a kid, and every day I work towards this goal. So having these goals give me a sense of purpose and self-mastery, which also gives me a lot of confidence. And personally, by knowing why, you don't work blindly towards a goal, but you could really discover your passion, what motivates you, and gives you a sense of direction. Okay, so I think the first step is to know what and why you want to achieve something. This is where the goals you set become extremely valuable. And you need to ask yourself the question, why do I want to get a 90 or a 95% in math? Or why do I want to be a top athlete in my case? Because everyone is different. Some people get motivated to look smart in front of their friends or parents or to solely get recognition. Or some people want to be a doctor or engineer. You just need to take some quiet time and ask yourself these questions and really find a true answer for yourself. In my case, what really motivates me is the desire to be successful. And this makes me push my limits in order to be the best version of myself. Because at the end of the day, the only person I really need validation from is myself. Personally, I really want to be great and reach my fullest potential. And I remind myself of this every day in order to stay inspired to keep on going. I also run into a lot of bumps and sometimes setbacks, but this really helps me to get through my challenges and learn something from each mistake, which I then use to move on to my next step. Yeah, this can become really stressful and tricky sometimes because as a hockey player, I need to spend around 8 hours a week on the ice for practice. And at the same time, I need to keep up my grades in school. Luckily, I found that QEA has helped me a lot, and my tutor help to shorten the time I need to learn the material. For example, I won't get stuck on a problem for an hour, which helps me to get through my work quickly and efficiently. They also teach me a lot of ways to study smart. And for example, my physics tutor, Cameron, he's actually taught me strategies on problem solving, to which I can apply to a lot of different questions. So, in this way, they do more than just explaining individual problems, but they also give me a lot of strategies to study efficiently. I also do have two tips for managing time. And the first one is you need to know your priorities because kids nowadays usually do whatever comes up or leave the most important essay to the end and they just procrastinate and they get extremely stressed out. So it's important for you to write down all the major tasks for the day and do the most important one first. The second key is to get rid of all of your distractions because personally, I know a lot of my friends get distracted by things such as TikTok or messages on their phone. And really, if you do this, you're actually fooling yourself because you aren't spending 2 hours studying. You'll really only spend about half an hour doing your work. So it's really important for you to put away all your distractions. And for me, I put away my phone during my work and I only use it when I need to ask school related questions to my friends.